Hello, audience! Welcome to the Joel Safari. Ahead is the road less traveled, and I, the Joel, will be your tour guide as we explore together. Today, we begin our tour of Terraria for Windows computers, including Windows computers that run on XP, Vista, and Windows 7. Here we go. Let's play single player and create a character. Let's see, hair. Need him to look as much like me as possible. You can left click to cycle forward through your options and right click to go backwards through your options. There's about 30 hairstyles available. Let's see here. Which is the most Joel of them all? I think that one's pretty good. If I did some fun stuff with my bangs, I might look like that. Let's see, darken it up just a bit. Yeah, that looks good enough. Alright, skin tone's close enough to me. Make the eyes blue, not that you can see them very well. Your character's eyes are quite small. There we go. Alright. Clothes are okay. Male, softcore, great. Oh, also, in skin you can change the color the same as the eyes and hair. Clothes, you can change the color of the shirt, the sleeves, the pants and shoes. And it's all the same color setup as the hair has. You can choose to be male or female. It plays the sound of when you get hit when you do that. You can choose different modes of difficulty, and they basically determine what happens when you die. On softcore, all you do is drop you drop some money when you die, and that's it. That's kind of simple. You get to keep your stuff. On medium core, you drop everything your character's carrying when you die. Kind of like in Minecraft. Hardcore deletes characters for good when they die. That's pretty rough. We're going for softcore. Alright. Now we're going to create a character. His name will be Tour Guide Joel. Accept. Alright, we've got a character. Now we need a world for me to lead you through. Let's make it small. And the world's name will be... Let's see... We're going to call it The Wild. And I will lead you through the wild as your tour guide. Yeah, we're making a world right now. Placing holes in rocks, placing rocks in holes. There we go, creating underworld. Now, Terraria was a game that was brought to us in May 2011 by a developer called Relogic. And it's their first game. It's available on Steam. And the person who made the game is just one person who programmed the whole game. His name is Andrew Spinks, but he's known on the internet as Redigit or Red. There we are, that's my character. I'm a Joel. And there's the guide. He's our buddy. He has some things to say. His name is Dylan. His name changes from time to time. Let's see, greetings, Tour Guide Joel. Is there something I can help you with? Let's see, help. There's a variety of phrases on how to play the game. You can talk to him and go through all his different phrases if you need some assistance starting out. I already kind of know what I'm doing, so I'm not going to read them all. Give me something to do. Crafting. Now, anytime you've got junk, you can take your junk and show it to him, and he'll tell you all the different things you can make out of it, even if you don't have all the parts you need. So this is everything in the game you can make out of stone blocks. That's pretty useful. And you just take your stone blocks back and you can get away from him. Alright. And that's the guide. He's very helpful if you're new to the game. So, we've got a hotbar on the top here with a variety of items that we can utilize. And you left click to use an item. There we go. We're using our axe on this tree right now. And the nice thing is that when you cut down a tree, the whole tree comes down. So you only have to work on the base. And we're going to have to cut us down a whole bunch of trees because we're going to make ourselves a house out of trees. Because you need somewhere to go in the nighttime if you don't want to get like ambushed by monsters. We don't want that to happen. So we're going to make us a little house. There we go. Got us some wood. This is a really unflat area that I spawned in today. I think I'm going to flatten out this hill and build my house here. There we go. Get rid of some more trees. Ooh, I hear monsters. Now, even in the daytime in Terraria, there are monsters that'll bother you, but they're not very tough. At this point, even with no gear whatsoever, I shouldn't have too much trouble with them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of flatten out this hill a little bit and build a little emergency shelter for the first night that me and the guide can hide out in. You shouldn't have too much trouble jumping up here. So this game was made after Minecraft, and you can see the influence. It's definitely heavily influenced by it, but it's also influenced by other games. You know, various two-dimensional beat-em-up type games like Zelda 2 on the NES and other games of its ilk. Even Castlevania type games, you can see some similarities. But it's definitely its own thing. It's not just two-dimensional Minecraft. It's definitely... It has a different focus than Minecraft does. Minecraft is about building and collecting resources, and there's a little bit of RPG stuff in there here and there, but it's primarily about that. Whereas Terraria is all about action. It's about getting the best gear so you can beat the crap out of whatever you come across. That's what Terraria is about. So let's do some crafting. Right off the bat, you can craft just using the stuff you have on hand, although some items do require you to have a crafting workbench of some sort, a workstation. Not necessarily a workbench like this that you make out of 10 wood, but a work area of some kind. So now we've got a workbench. We'll be able to make a few extra things. So to make a house, we're going to need walls to go along the back. We're going to need a big chunk of walls. That should be enough. And we're also going to need a door so we can get in and out. We're going to make two, one for each side. And in order to convince the guide that this is a good place to live, we're going to make a chair and a table to include in our house. So let's go ahead and get our house going. Get it all nice and built before the sun goes down. There we go. This isn't going to be a really proper house. It's not going to be very big. Oh, I'm making it out of dirt. Silly me. I was going to make it out of wood, but I accidentally chose dirt. I'm going to have to get rid of that. It's alright. Alright, slime, you stay over there. I'm going to hang out over here. I think what I need to do is get a bit more stone so I can make a stone sword that I can swing like a real sword. Alright, let's get this dirt out of here that I put here by accident. There we go. So in order to utilize the tool to harvest, you have to point at what you want to harvest with your mouse cursor. And walking around is your simple W, S, and A and D key letters. Let's put a little bit of dirt here. We can make our house a little bigger by putting some of this dirt here. And maybe go up a little so we can actually get up there and get at that misplaced dirt. Now you notice that my health recovers slowly over time, as long as I haven't been in a fight and gotten hit for a while. That's useful because healing items are a little bit difficult to come across at first. There we go. Building our house. Now what I'm going to do is take away a bit of this wood so that I can put my doors in. Now, I'm not sure if this house will be big enough to attract the guide. Alright, why can't I put my door? Oh, left click to place the door. There we go. I think I gotta... Yeah, there's a bit of grass in the way. Let's put our walls on now. Nice fancy walls. There we go. And they're kind of merging with the dirt walls there. A little too much. That'll be okay for now. Let's see here. And we're going to have to make some torches, because we need a light source for our house. Here's some torches. Torches are made from gel and wood, and you get gel from killing slimes. There we go. Now we got some torches, because you need a light source for a house to count for NPCs to want to move in. And there's a few other NPCs other than the guide that are way more useful than him. He's kind of not very useful, especially if you kind of know what you're doing already. Alright, there's a chair, there's a table, table. There we go, fit. Alright, let's see if our house qualifies. It might not be wide enough to attract the guide as a person to live here. So let's try it out. House query on this house. This housing is suitable. So now we're going to tell the guide, this is where you live. There you go, there you go. This is where you live. Hey, Dylan. Dylan the guide. This is your house over here. You right click on a door to open it. We'll go kill the slime. Ow. Slime. So I need a better weapon than this. Let's get some stone and try to make a stone sword. Better defend ourselves with. There's some copper here. Might be able to make ourselves a copper sword. I usually try to make armor out of materials before I try to make weapons, because it takes a lot of material to make armor and weapons, so I'd rather get better defense going first. Later on, we'll probably fill this back in with dirt to make it look nice, or build a proper house elsewhere. There we go. Now it's going to be kind of hard for the guide to get up here, so I'm going to have to build this back up a little. Make it more like a staircase or a hill. Like a little bit of cave in it. There we go. There. He shouldn't have any trouble getting in at night now. Because at night he'll come here and hide out in the house where it's safe. Alright. Now let's see about if we collected enough stone and whatnot to make a better sword. There, we can make a wooden sword. It's better than a short sword, because these short swords don't swing very much. They just poke out at you. See there, you get a nice arced swing with this one. Oh, it kind of goes behind this banner. That's weird. Oh, it's in front of me. I see. Look, now I'm the guide. Oh, I'm Dylan. No. Okay. So, there we go. Got our little starter house going. And, let's see here. What else do we need to do? So, yeah, for any house that you make, you need at least one shelf-type piece of furniture, one comfort item of furniture, one light source, and it needs to be big enough for an NPC to want to move in. This is big enough. Anything much narrower than this, and he's not going to be interested. You have to make it a bit wider. Let's go see about harvesting some resources. Oh, these flowers here, these sunflowers, you can dig at the ground near them to dig them up. So if you dig like as if you're going to take away the piece of dirt they're on, cut the grass, you can remove them from where they are. Oh, we have mushrooms. You can just swing a weapon to harvest a mushroom. Mushrooms are useful because they can heal you. Because they can heal you just a little bit, but they're actually more useful to craft into potions, like healing potions. Oh, I see some iron. Right there is some iron. We're going to go get it. Look at all that beautiful iron right there. That's going to be awesome. There we go. Iron ore. Enough iron ore, we'll be able to make better weapons and some iron armor. That's pretty good. There's different tiers of material based on, of weapons, of equipment, based on the stuff you make it out of. The lowest tier is copper, although there are some tools you can make out of wood as well. But the lowest tier of good items is copper. So copper eventually isn't worth looking for, but early on it's good to get a lot of copper. And then after that is iron, then silver, then gold. Then you start getting into interesting materials. There's demonite, which is dropped by bosses, and there's meteorite material that you gather from fallen meteorites, and there's a few other ones as well. There's hellstone that you gather from the underworld. Oh, it looks like it's getting to be nighttime pretty soon. There we go. I'm just going to cut down some trees for a little while. Now you notice I'm gathering acorns from these trees that are falling as I cut them down here. And the nice thing about acorns is it allows you to plant more trees, which is pretty useful because sometimes you need more wood. One of my favorite things to make out of wood is the platform. And because I love using platforms so much, I end up going through a lot of wood. So it's nice that I can just plant more trees and just, have all the wood I need as long as I keep planting them and waiting for them to grow. One of the nice things about Terraria is the whole world is simulated at once. So no matter where I go in the world, there will be, my trees will continue growing even if I'm not hanging out there, which is nice. We gotta wait for the grass to spread before we can plant more trees, but at least we got the place flattened out for that. There we go. Yeah, we'll cut down this tree. Oh, I see a barrel over there. Let's go see what's in that jug. These jugs are randomly placed throughout the world, and they have items in them. Oh, that had some money in it. I got a mushroom. There we go, more mushrooms. Oh, there's some copper down there. I'm gonna get that copper. Now, pretty soon the monsters are gonna start coming out. It's gonna be nighttime, and that's a bit dangerous. Let's put out a torch. It's already starting to get dark because I'm in this cave. Torch. There we go. Right there. Left click to place a torch. And I believe you right click to pick the torch back up again if you need to use it for some other purpose. There we go. Gonna get this copper. Looks like there's a bit of a cave over here. Very small cave. It's so small I can't even walk in it properly. I have to actually dig it out to see what's in it. It's actually kind of dark down here. There we go. That's better. This might lead to something interesting. You often find cool things in caves, like treasure chests and interesting monsters and ways down really deep. This doesn't seem to really go anywhere, though, unfortunately. But that's okay. And that's pretty much everything you need to know for your first daytime day in Terraria. You know, a couple of basic recipes, your basic sword. You just need some wood. You know, I got a wooden sword right now, and that's good enough for fighting these slimes. You don't want the wooden short sword, though. You definitely want to collect some wood and make a regular wooden sword like this. Wooden sword. And that just requires a good heap of wood. And everything else we've used so far just uses wood. You know, we just chop down trees to make doors and walls and wooden walls and the table and the chair and the crafting table. This is pretty much everything we need to be safe for the night, because we can close these doors, and once the guide decides to come in here, guide, hey, here he comes. Yeah, see, it's getting to be close to nighttime. He's going to come in here pretty soon. Hey, Dylan, where are you going, Dylan? Come on, house is over here. Look, I made you a staircase and everything. Oh, you know what it is? It's not nighttime yet because the music hasn't changed. You hear the music there? That's the daytime music. Even when you're underground and you're up high enough to hear the daytime music, you'll know when it becomes nighttime because the music will change. Right, Dylan? That's right, Joel. All right. So let's see if we can see the guide come into the house when it gets to be officially nighttime. Okay, guide, come on. Show me what it's all about here. Come on, get in the house. Hey, look, it's dark. There's going to be zombies and flying eyeballs. You want to go in the house. Alright, I think the music's changing now. So Dylan should come over here and get in the house. Yep, here he comes. See? Yep, there it is. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I love the music in this game. It's retro, but it's still stylish. Oh, what's he doing? Dylan, house is over here, guy. Okay, he's spazzing out. I don't know. He'll probably get in the house when we go to play next. And, so there you go. And this is as far as our tour goes for now. We have made it this far together. Please return soon for the next episode of Joel Safari. Oh, yeah, the zombie. The zombie's pushing him into the house. Oh, look at that zombie. He's got an exposed brain on him. Awesome. Maybe he'll decide to come in the house now that he's been freaking beat up by the zombie left and right. Get in your house. Get in your house. That's right. That's where you live. Okay, and that's it. Farewell!